Sergeant Alex Carter knelt in the dust, the Afghan sun beating down on his neck. His gloves were caked in fine silk, and the silence around him was heavier than the weight of his gear. A few dozen yards away, his team lay prone, their rifles trained on the tree line. They weren't looking for a fight. They were looking for a sign that Alex was okay. The patrol had been routine until the thermal scanner picked up a faint signature just off the main path. It was a well-hidden IED pressure plate connected to a bundle of explosives. It wasn't a bomb to detonate from afar. This one was meant for the foot of a soldier, an insidious trap built to take a life without a sound. Alex was an EOD technician, a specialist in the loneliest and most terrifying part of combat. He was the one who walked toward the threat while everyone else moved away. His job wasn't about bullets or heroics. It was about wires, circuits, and the cold and blinking eye of death. He worked meticulously, his breath a quiet hiss in the hot air. His fingers, trained and steady, probed the ground around the device. He had to be delicate, moving with the precision of a surgeon, knowing that the slightest mistake could vaporize him and send shrapnel tearing through his team. He identified the pressure plate, then the almost invisible trigger wires. Each wire was a question. Which one was the booby trap? Which one led to the power source? Hours passed, measured only by the changing angle of the sun and the bead of sweat that trickled down his temple. He had to sever the right wire. He took a deep breath, the dust filling his lungs. He cut. Nothing. The silence held, and his team held their breath. He had done it. The relief that washed over him wasn't triumphant. It was a quiet, deep exhaustion. He rose, pulling the device from the ground and signaling to his team that the path was clear. They returned to their mission, but for a moment, they looked at him not as a sergeant or a friend, but as a man who had stared into the heart of a threat and walked away. This was Alex's story. It wasn't one of glory or grand battles, but a quiet act of courage that saved lives. It's a story echoed in the halls of the National Museum of the United States Army, a reminder that a soldier's legacy is often found not on a monument, but in the unseen moments of valor and the daily, selfless acts of duty that keep a team and a nation safe.